WPGC 95.5, the DMV's R&B, hip-hop, and throwbacks. It's Nori checking in with the amazing, down-to-earth, and I love her music, Ella May. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am fantastic. I'm so excited. So it's the Heart on Your Sleeve tour. This is huge because I feel like this is super personal. I'm a Scorpio, so I know what it is.
Scorpio sister.
Girl, we be feeling our feelings, don't we?
We absolutely do. It's very personal. I feel like the album itself was like journal entries to me, like I was writing in a diary. So to be able to get on stage and perform the new music and have people sing it back to me, it's been incredible. It's been probably my favorite experience so far.
You know, it's funny because when I heard the album and I was like, okay, I keep saying leave me alone, but it's leave you alone. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I want to tell him leave me alone.
It works both ways.
Girl.
It definitely can go both ways.
That song, it just really touched my heart. Because, I mean, you know that toxic love be the bad love, it's the horrible love, but it's so good.
It's terrible. It's terrible. I say it on stage too. I'm like, why as women do we always do things that we know we're not supposed to? And we still do. Like, we know better. We actually do know better. And we still do it. So yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. Don't do it.
I feel like it's funny when I listened to this song on repeat and I was like, this is not my life. It was a point that it was. I was like, this is not my life. Are you performing that song?
Yes, I am performing that song. I feel like that was a point of, like, everybody has to kind of go through that. So you have to get through that stage. I hope, you know, some people don't get through it. Some people stay in it, which is terrible. But yeah, you have to get through it. But I am performing that song. Yeah.
Okay. Let me tell you something. I was like, if she says no, you're gonna be okay. But no, I'm so happy you're performing it. Let's talk about your tattoos because you have the tattoo of your album name on you, and you know your tattoos are wonderful.
Thank you.
What is the most personal tattoo that you have?
It's probably that. It's probably the album name. I mean, I have portrait stuff, but they're just stuff that I like. They don't really mean anything. But I have my album name. My little ones mean probably more to me than like the big ones. The big ones are just for decoration. But the small ones are, I have a matching one with one of my best friends.
Best friend tattoo.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites to do because we did it together. Then I have the album name, which is obviously extremely important. I have my grandma and my granddad's names on my back. So that's probably actually the one that's the most important. And I have the date that I released my debut album also as well, which is small. So all the small ones are like the really meaningful ones. And then the big ones are just for decoration because they look nice.
No, I completely understand. So this is the sixth stop on your tour so far of a very rigorous schedule.
Yes.
So far, how are you enjoying the tour live from, you know, your debut tour, headlining to headlining this tour? How's it been for you so far?
It's been great, honestly. Like, this was a tough first run because we're in major markets. Normally you start in not so major markets and you kind of like feel the show out. We've kind of started bang in major markets. So my agent was like, please just be prepared. But it's been great. The energy has been more than I could ever imagine. Like I didn't really know what to expect because I haven't headlined in a while. I was on tour with Mary late last year and that was an amazing experience, but you just never know when it's like strictly people coming for you. Like you, obviously with Mary's crowd, they're like a lot older than my fan base, but they still like really received me well. So on this tour I was like, obviously I know that they're going to sing the old songs because they've been out for a while, but I was like, I don't know if they're going to know the new music, you know, you just never know. But they've been singing every single word to me and it's been amazing. So, and especially like I said to you, because the album is so personal, to have them sing back, you know, those words, and that means so much to me and I can tell they mean so much to other people. It's just like a really great feeling.
You know, speaking of great feelings, like the Good Morning Gorgeous tour was really dope. Did you and Mary have a moment that's like forever etched in your mind, like that you're like, oh yeah, every time we see each other we might have a little chuckle about this? We had like a couple moments before the tour because I have her on the end of some of my songs on my album speaking, and that was the weekend that she was going to do Super Bowl, and she came really quickly to the studio and was just like really speaking gems to me. Like what she was saying, there was a bunch of it, but we kind of cut it up so it wasn't like too long, but she was just giving me advice, and she's also always just been so super nice to me, and it was the same on the tour. She was just super nice and super welcoming, and I didn't get to see her that much, to be honest, on the tour because tour life is very hectic, so I understand. But the one part I do remember of the tour is I had just come off stage and they were getting ready to go on stage, and all of her and her dancers and her singers, they like our rooms were really close to each other, so they were about to start praying, so I kind of like
interrupt. No, I didn't interrupt because it didn't start yet, but I ran in and I was like, can I be a part of the prayer? And they were like, of course you can. So we all like stood there and prayed. And that was like a special moment for me because I really felt the prayer, and it just like kind of everything felt like it aligned because I grew up loving Mary J Blige and I still love her. So
absolutely. So you were 10 summers.
Yes.
Is there a summer in your childhood that was like so epic and so amazing that you were like, that is a summer that is etched in your brain forever?
I had a bunch of summers that were really etched in my brain as a child. I will say, like if I'm thinking of as I've been an adult, I know you asked me a child, but 2018 summer, which was the summer that Boot Up was going crazy. Mm-hmm. But I think for everybody, like there was just something so special about 2018 summer. That's the one that comes to my mind straight away when I think about summer. It was just a great time.
Now, of course, I want to ask you, you did an interview not so long ago and you talked about how you really don't cook. When the last time you cooked a meal?
I mean, I'm on the road right now, so I definitely haven't cooked any time lately. Honestly, I can't even remember. I genuinely, I wasn't
cook
lying.
Like that?
No, I don't. I don't.
What is your favorite meal to have?
My grandparents are Jamaican, so anything that's Jamaican food, I'll eat every single day.
I remember you saying there's not enough Jamaican restaurants like when you are in LA.
Yeah.
They be playing with you.
There's just not a lot of Caribbean people, I feel like, on the West Coast. It's definitely more so an East Coast thing. So every time I come to the East Coast, I have to make sure I get enough Caribbean food. But yeah, in LA there's one or two, but there's not that many.
Well, tonight you're performing here.
Yes.
We're so excited to have you in DC. For the people that are just like, oh my gosh, I didn't get a chance to catch it in DC, but we got more legs to go.
We have a whole bunch.
What do you want people to take away from your show, seeing you live, up close and personal?
I think really my show, like I'm not a big dancer. I'll hit a little 1-2 step, but I'm not a big dancer. I think it's more so just about really connecting with my fans, and a lot of my show is really about live vocal, and I love, like, the biggest compliment anyone could ever give me is that I sound just like my tracks. Like, I think that's extremely important. So really just come ready to sing your heart out, all the feels. You know, I love to be in my feelings, as we said. And just a great time. I think, you know, R&B concerts, I love when people come. Like, I see so many couples. I was in Philly the other day, actually, and I said something. I was like, are there any lovers in here or something like that? And I for some reason, I just looked up on the balcony, and this woman, like, rubbed, I'm guessing it was her boyfriend's, but she, like, rubbed his face. I was like, rub his face again? Yes. I was like, there are some lovers in here.
Yes.
So it's just great to see all the different types of people also that come out. And it's a great time. I'm having so much fun, so I hope everybody else has as much fun as I do.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's been a joy to talk to you because I am such a fan. I'm
Thank you.
not fanning out, but I'm fanning out. And so I'm excited to see the show.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you on WPGC 95.5.
Thank you.